So, Disney Parks on their official YouTube channel just revealed a full ride POV, basically a full ride POV for Tiana's Bayou Adventure, their new Princess and the Frog ride that's taking the place of Splash Mountain. And, you know, I watched through it. What I saw, I did not like, especially. So I thought, hey, I do Disney Parks videos sometimes, why not do a discussion on this and kind of just like go through the entire ride, kind of break it down. This first part I don't really have any notes on. You got like the wood signs, the banner, it's all fine. I think this first part's fine. I miss it when Disney rides would go outside. Oh, okay. There's Tiana. That's the Tiana animatronic. It looks great. It looks great. All the animatronics look great. We'll discuss as we go more into it. Tiana's foods is a little odd to me. Is that supposed to be her restaurant? Am I missing something? Because her restaurant was called Tiana's Place. But whatever. So, this first part, this outside part, I really don't have anything to complain about. It's very reminiscent of Splash Mountain. So I'm actually of the opinion that, like, replacing Splash Mountain, like, retheming it, anyway, it's not a bad thing. Because, look, while I have a lot of nostalgia and fondness for Splash Mountain, I don't have any nostalgia or anything for Song of the South, or, like, those characters. I know them from the ride. I didn't even know there was a movie until way later into my life, and I guarantee a lot of people are similar. Splash Mountain, the ride, is more popular than the movie. And it's in Magic Kingdom. I don't think replacing it with a more traditional Disney movie is necessarily a bad thing. Real quick, I do want to note that, like, all the purple lights and stuff, the like colors they're pretty nice. There's gonna be a drop here in a second. Oh boy! Oh boy! Woo! Yeah! That was crazy. That was terrifying. So now we get into the actual, like, we get in the indoor section of the ride, which is where most of the ride takes place. Yeah, okay, so, This is remarkably underwhelming to me. Now, admittedly, it could look better when you're actually there. Real quick, the Lewis animatronic looks great. It could look better when you're there. Look at those painted walls, though. Like, this sort of stuff wouldn't have bothered me on Splash Mountain, but it kind of clashes with the more modern animatronics and everything. Well, these are very simple. There's Tiana again. She looks great. A lot of this just comes down to the ride kind of looking lifeless. You see what I mean there? Like, it looks kind of stagnant? Is that the right word? Color-wise, it's nice. I like the fireflies. That's a good use of a screen. Or a projection. It might be a projection. I think it's a screen. Again, can't really tell. Look, oh yeah, it is, because they go in the log. That's pretty cool. Animatronics all look good. Lewis is very animated, which is super cool. Yeah, I like these, they're more basic, but, you know, they get the job done. There's a certain nostalgia to them. I don't know, the thing about Splash Mountain, though, back in its prime, is that it was alive. It was one of the most, like, lively rides. There were characters everywhere. There was just, like, a lot of animatronics, a lot of characters, a lot of life. It was just very, it was very good. And while I do like the music here a lot, that's one thing. Princess and the Frog's just soundtrack is great. So, it helps having good music. There's Lewis getting stuck in a hole. That silly boy. Okay, so here we have a screen with a 3D model of Mama Odie and a weird projector effect. So I guess you're getting shrunk down here, and you're supposed to be like tiny now, because there's a big bottle. I have the audio on the video muted. Oops. Yeah, okay, so big frog. Big frog, so you're tiny, you're the size of a frog, because that's what happens in Princess and the Frog if you haven't seen it. Massive spoiler, they turn to frogs. So this is the replacement of the laughing place in the original, which was like one of the highlights of the ride location-wise. Just a cool location. It looks okay. It's still not... It still feels like more empty than the laughing place. And there it is. This screen, man. This screen. Oh, it bugs me. It bugs me so bad. I cannot stand that screen. It's awful. It's really bad. This one's a little better. The 3D renders kind of bug me. Wait, are those even 3D? I can't quite tell. Oh yeah, that's even weirder if there were 3D renders on the first one and then 2D on that. Mama Odie looks okay, I guess. So this is a big drop. I remember when I heard about this revamp for the first time, I really wanted it to be the villain, Dr. Facilier's parlor, and it would like be his song as you're approaching the drop. It's not. That's fine. It's not what I was expecting, but it's fine. Nice Mama Odie animatronic, it looks good. And here's the big drop. This is the one. Like this whole part, looks pretty cool. And woo! Yeah, it's the big one. you know, so like, I'm very excited to ride this again just because I missed Splash Mountain's ride layout. It's a very good layout. Anyway, so you probably noticed I didn't have a lot to say throughout most of it because the ride is astoundingly lifeless and kind of boring. It's kind of boring. What's not boring though is this last part. The grand finale to this ride is pretty good. Like I have very little to like. There's very little to write home about, at least to me, about the first part. It's basically Splash Mountain 2 with a few really nice animatronics and some weird screens, which is not what I wanted at all. But this last part, the grand finale revamp, is really nice. If we can get in there ever. Yeah, okay. Yeah, the last tiny drop is always funny because it's like, oh, wow, that was nothing. Anyway, this part is very vibrant. There's a lot of animatronics, a lot of characters, and it's great. I really have no notes. The song is good. It's very catchy. Yeah, looks good. I saw a lot of people like complaining about the song, but like, I don't know, it's catchy. It's not bad. Like, what are you talking about? The song is the least bad thing about this ride, besides the animatronics, I guess. And then, yeah, that's about it. There's Mama Odie one more time as she says, goodbye. Goodbye, Mama Odie. I love you, and I love your snake. I love your snake, Juju. He's my best friend. He's the best character in the movie, actually. And whoa! June 28th at Walt Disney World. Am I excited? Yeah, a little bit, but mostly just so I can ride Splash Mountain again. It's less about Tiana's Bayou Adventure, more just about my enjoyment of Splash Mountain. So, you know, and another thing, it's important to remember, it is a video, and things look kind of weird on video, especially theme park rides. They always look a little off. So it's really going to come down to how I actually feel when I ride it in person. The video does not leave a good impression, but I will reserve judgment until I ride it myself, and we'll see. You're fabulous. Goodbye.